Hey guys, it's Lauren. So today is going to be more of a personal video. I believe that documenting my lap band journey also involves documenting my journey through life, and they definitely coincide with each other. So it's pretty much been a crappy week all around. Those of you who've been watching my videos for a while know that I have a little girl, and she is 1.5, and she's just been absolutely giving me a run for my money this week. She's amazing, she's great, love her to pieces, but this week she's just been having temper tantrums and not sleeping well and just stressing me out. And I've just been on edge, feel like I can't breathe, feel like I'm having really bad anxiety lately. So that's been pretty much the underlying theme of this week. So that's really frustrating. It's really hard to be a single mom. I'm not going to go into details, but I'm pretty much raising her alone. So it's really tough financially and emotionally and physically. Um, so that's the first thing. Also, something really horrible happened yesterday. So I was on the phone with a friend, and my dad called, and my dad never calls me, and he said, "Where's your mom?" And I said, "She's downstairs," and he said, "Oh, okay, never mind. She's calling me. I'll call you. I'll talk to you later." And he hung up. So I thought that was kind of weird. And then my mom called me and said, "You need to come downstairs." So that's never good. So I went downstairs, and she was watching CNN, and she said something horrible has happened. So we're watching CNN, and I'm seeing that they're talking about a small private plane that was flying from Rochester, New York to Florida, to Naples, and it never made its destination to Naples. It kept flying, went into Cuban airspace, and then continued its flight, and basically was just flying around the air. And at first I thought maybe it was terrorists or something. I wasn't sure what she was getting at. And then she said it was my cousin's plane, my cousin Larry and his wife Janie. And I didn't really understand what was going on. We just were watching and basically in shock and um, just in awe the whole time. We're watching the flight path of this plane that's been flying since 8 in the morning and was supposed to reach its destination at 10 something, and they lost contact with the pilot around 10:30 in the morning, and they didn't know what was going on. They sent fighter jets up when it was in American airspace to see what was going on because they were unresponsive. And they said that at first they saw the pilot's chest rise and fall, and then they um, they saw him slumped over, and then they said the windows were all fogged up. So what they thought happened was that the cabin had depressurized, and that they probably were suffering from hypoxia, which is when you're lacking oxygen, the cabin depressurizes, and you lose consciousness within like 3 to 6 minutes if you don't act fast and get your oxygen masks on, and you fall into the state of euphoria, and you're not really sure what's going on, and you make really silly decisions, and you can't do basic math, but like you think you know what you're doing, and just crazy. So we're basically watching this plane fly around. Nobody knows what's going on, and and then basically we think it's going to crash, and we're just waiting for that to happen. And meanwhile, I'm trying to message my cousins on Facebook and find out what's going on. It's my dad's first cousin and his wife, and I haven't seen them in years. They're from Rochester. I live in Boston, so yeah. And then basically while we were watching CNN, we were like pausing it and cousins and relatives were calling, and so we were a little bit behind on CNN. And then I went on Facebook, and somebody messaged me and told me that it had crashed in off of Jamaica. So, um, it was just horrible. It was just like very traumatic watching this happen. And they have 3 kids, and I mean they're older and they're grown. But just like watching it all happen on the news basically, and then finally the plane crashes, and it's just terrible situation. So anyway, that happened yesterday. Today is September 6th. So that happened. So that's been terrible last night and today, and it's just so hard for me to wrap my brain around. Um, they have search crews out looking for the bodies and everything, and it's just I don't know, I mean, I don't mean to get too personal. I just, whatever. It's my channel, and it's my life, and I just feel terrible for my cousins and, their kids, and just for what my family's going through right now. So it's just been a very stressful week, being with my daughter all day long, and working part-time also. It's just been so stressful, and I've just been eating like crap, and I feel like I can't get back into the groove of things. I feel like I sort of fell out of my healthy eating habits, and when I first got back from the vineyard, I was doing really well for like a week or something, and then I had to deal with all the chest pain, so I haven't been working out as much, and I got a fill last Wednesday, and I still feel like I can eat a lot. It's definitely less than it. Definitely have more restriction than I did, because I was eating last night and I had half a burrito, because when I order out, I somehow am like, oh, I can do it. I can still eat the way I ate before. The mindset hasn't kicked in for whatever reason. It's been, let's see, 4 months since I've had the lap band, and it hasn't kicked in. So I don't know. I've been really bad, and I don't know how to get back into the groove of things. I know it's all my fault. It's in my power, and I have the power to do it. I think it's just when you're going through life stresses, it's very easy to get off track and to make excuses. And I'm definitely an excuse maker. Oh, I don't have time, or oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I have to sit down and make meal plans and whatever. And how long have I been saying that? Like, it's like, why can't I just do it? Just get out there and do it, And I posted on like a lap band community forum on Facebook, and everybody was so supportive, and they're like, you know what, start today, start tomorrow, start fresh. And then this morning I went and I was craving a muffin from Honeydew Donuts, so I had a muffin for breakfast. So I just don't know how to prepare. It's like I need someone to do it for me, and that's not going to happen. I went through this surgery. I went through this life change. I've lost like 40 pounds or whatever. Um, you know, so like, why can't I just, what am I doing? Like, why am I going back to old habits? And, it's all part of the journey. I get that. It's just, right now in my journey, I'm like fucking it up, and there's no way to turn back time. I can only move forward. So just been super stressed, and life happens, things happen, and I have to realize that I can't fall off the wagon, and if I do, I need to get back on the wagon instead of just staying off and eating like crap and not losing. And I'm not where I want to be, and I'm not at my goal yet. Obviously, I have like another 100 pounds to lose or so. um, yeah, about 100 pounds to lose, maybe a little more. So just mad at myself and frustrated with myself. And I've got this 5K in a month that I've been talking about for a month, since like February. And I you know I haven't been training for it really. And since I got my fill, it's been hard to, after I eat, I feel really sick or whatever. Not sick, but I eat too much, and then I get like the chest on pains or discomfort or whatever. So yeah, so this video was very Debbie Downer, but it's life. It's what happens. I will get through it. I have great support system. Sorry, I'm not like picking my nose. It's just really itchy, and I don't know how to edit my videos, so you're gonna have to just fucking deal with it for today. Yeah, that's all I got. I mean, shitty week, man. Shitty week. But tomorrow's a new day. Today is a new day, and I did this for a reason, and I'm the only one who can change it, who has the power to reach my own goals. I'm gonna end that there.